reason I added Enhanced Autopilot to my Tesla Model Y last night. I'm not delusional. I've driven this vehicle for 3 years, so I know what it's like to drive this vehicle without the enhanced version, and last night was the first time I tried it with the additional features. Now, I tested out the automatic parking, which this gentleman's referring to, asking is a £3,400 worth the additional software upgrades you get on the enhanced autopilot compared to the free version. The free version, I'll start with, is really, really good. So all of the features you need on the motorway for driving, I think it fits perfectly well with the free version. If you change lanes, it switches off. And with this upgraded version, that doesn't happen. So when you're on the motorway and you're driving along and your vehicle comes up behind a vehicle going slower than you, if you need to change the next lane and you indicate, the blue lines go off, you have to make the change to the outside lane or the inside lane yourself. With this, when you indicate, the vehicle will automatically make that maneuver for you. I haven't tested that out yet. The parking is actually really good, and they changed the software, or the software I think got significantly better on the enhanced autopilot around Christmas 2024, so just recently. Lots of people have been talking about it all over TikTok and especially on YouTube, about how this new latest software updates are actually getting significantly better. But in the UK, we have limited capability to use a lot of the features. So the parking, I think, is wonderful. The automatic lane changing, where it will change you to the outside lane, I think would be beneficial on long journeys. In the summer, I drove from Berlin to Dunkirk in one day. And if you do a lot of long distance driving, I think you would really appreciate that. If you were driving all day, it just takes the pressure off you. And lastly, it's the ability to get your vehicle to move without you in it. So an additional part comes out in the app where you can move the vehicle forward. Is that worth £3,400? If you're buying a vehicle or you're having it on PCP, I think they're different things altogether. So I bought this outright. I own the vehicle. I intend to keep it. I think that's why I made my decision, because the new Tesla Model Y is coming out probably by the summer in the UK. This vehicle is 3 years old. It has its first MOT in about a fortnight's time. I completely had it lovely valeted and waxed, and I added this additional software, and I intend to keep it. My idea is to, hopefully, we'll soon find out if I do, keep it for 10 years and talk about how the battery condition works, if the vehicle keeps up with the software that is available to it. That's a biggie, but this software will constantly improve. But will my hardware in this vehicle be able to download it and run the existing or the updates the Tesla push out? As you know, like with an iPhone, it's the same thing. If your phone's out of date, sometimes you don't get the additional features. I think it would be really interesting is to see how that works. And from an environmental part, I don't need a new car. All I would be getting a new car for is because I want the latest model. I bought the Tesla because I like the fact that your car gets better and better from the software. That's what attracted me to the Tesla, and that's what I've treated myself to, is the upgraded software with the self-parking. But it is a biggie. Is £3,400 worth it for not having to park the vehicle yourself, being able to move your vehicle forward if somebody blocks you in? I think two of those in particular, I'm not generalising it to women, but I think those will appeal in particular to women who hate parking in crowded shopping centres. It means that the vehicle will park for you, and if you come back and some idiots park too close, you can move the vehicle forward without any hassle getting into your vehicle. They are biggies for me, and also the ability to lane change. But really, that's all you're getting for your $3,400. You can buy your vehicle and then consider it like I have over the 3 years and see if it's actually got better, or the features actually got better. That's quite long-winded, but if you're buying or leasing a car, the free version is absolutely fine. I think you're treating yourself if you do a lot of driving, or if you particularly like tech, and I love tech and I wanted these things on my vehicle. I've used it this morning at the doctor's to park. I've used it today at Tesco's. I suppose this was a novelty, but I can see me using it constantly for the parking, and it isn't slower than me parking the vehicle. That was a complaint made by lots of people when this first came out, that you looked an idiot because people would be waiting for you to park your vehicle and the vehicle would be so slow, it was embarrassing, and people would take over and just stop the automatic parking and park it themselves. I've done this. I did it yesterday with an RAC man watching on as he was eating his sandwich. It is quite a thing to see the vehicle going forward and you haven't got your hands on the wheel, and I have noticed that people look, but I can cope with that if I don't have to park the car myself. There we go, long-winded answer. If you've got any other questions, please let me know and I will try to answer them either in the comments or again by a quick video like this. Well, it wasn't that quick.